Foxhole episode 3. So today we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I have Viper with me,
What's up?
and I also have Stranger Days.
Hello, friendos.
All right. Now that we got the roll call out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the newest update. I have the website out right now, up. And let's go ahead and go through the 0.0.27 release notes. Let me go ahead and click on that there. And there is quite a bit of stuff. So first of all, we got the Carbine. That's our newest toy to play with. What do you guys think about that? The new
I have
Carbine?
been loving it. A lot of people hate it because it's so much more powerful than the basic weapons, but it's also important to note that it is a tier 2 weapon and as such is supposed to be, at the very least, a little bit straight up better than the other weapons of comparable tiers.
And that's a new thing too, is that there's tiers now in the weapons, so...
Yeah, I think they really
Yes.
needed that. Instead of just getting RPGs and mortars right off the bat.
So I also do like the idea that now we have a tech tree for weapons because now mortars aren't so easy to rush. We don't see the immediate mortar sieges out. Now there's a possibility of actually breaking through, for instance, in Saltbrook, because in the beginning of the game, at least, we don't have mortars immediately popping out and just bombing the bridges.
Right. That's a good thing, I think.
Although that does mean that grenades are much more powerful now in response.
Yep, and then also, let's see, the gameplay features and changes. There's new small arms damage modeling. So I guess it hurts you different now, it looks different. And then it says weapons can now fire beyond their maximum effective range, but damage fall off is applied. So I guess there's no more screen sniping with pistols anymore.
Yeah, damage falls
Oh no,
off
there
a
is.
lot.
It's just weaker in general. So the thing is that now, for instance, an HMG is much more threatening because it goes much farther out. But in response, if you get hit max range, it's just a little bit of stagger. It's not actually all that much damage.
Yeah, you're not gonna totally just die right away.
Same with the Carbine. I know people think it's OP. Damage falls off a lot. It can't shoot like a rifle can, the same distance.
Yeah. Let's see. There's some garrison house structures have also been added to Deadlands and Umbral Wildwoods. So that's cool. We're getting garrisons everywhere. Some
Wait,
game
they just
balance.
added that?
Well, it was in the last update in the
Yeah.
0.27.
Yeah, we didn't
update.
have garrisons on those maps before.
Yeah.
By the way, those garrisons, they are so good.
I love
We actually had pushed into Sentry at one point and managed to build up a garrison while under fire. That garrison saved us so much and killed so many enemies because people actually ran up into the top floor, and with those new carbines, they could keep up enough of a rate of fire to actually keep enemies off of the garrison.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
I wish they would have added the ability to mount the HMG in the garrison.
I thought you could.
You
not
can.
do that.
Yeah. I asked somebody to do it, and they said that they couldn't. Maybe it was a noob, so maybe he just didn't know.
Yeah, you have to do it like in a window or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, game balances. Bleed is only applied if damage meets a minimum threshold of 25% of total player health. So that's
yes.
good. Stagger
No
is
more
only
stupid
applied.
shotgun.
Huh. Dang shotgun.
That used to be my favorite weapon just because of that. And
Yeah,
it staggered them as well.
They should have just said We fixed the shotguns.
Yeah,
Stagger
yeah,
is only
basically.
applied if damage is met at a minimum of 25% of player health.
Is it
Oh,
current health or maximum health?
it says meets a minimum health. So stagger is only applied if damage received meets a minimum threshold, and it's
Ah.
25% of total player health.
So it's total health.
Yeah. Um, what's the next thing they fixed? Soldier supply production time increased by
They really needed that.
75%. Yeah.
Yeah, from 2 minutes and 20 seconds to 8 minutes.
Yeah. They really need it.
Before this update, I didn't get any medkits or traumas.
There was no
I
need
would
to.
just get a. Yeah, you could just get 2 minutes 20 seconds and get 40 S supplies.
Yeah.
I feel like they do need to give us slightly more soldier supplies just for the sheer amount of time it takes, because that's way too much time.
Well, how many do
And
you
now
get now?
people,
Like 10?
it's 40
Well,
now.
you're still 40. If
Oh,
you
yeah,
have
Still
four.
40. It's just that it
40.
takes like 7-10 minutes to do it.
Well, you should throw like an extra 5 for each order you place, so you get 15 instead of 10. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Because as it is right now, people are like, guys, I just bought 40 S supplies. Isn't everybody impressed?
Yeah, it's like,
It's like,
so
dude,
what?
that's nice, but that's only 40 people that can die now.
Right?
That's not really all that much with the
Uh,
grand scheme of things.
Oh.
I feel like that's more of a change that's been done in preparation for the idea that, for instance, we have all of Endless Shore to run around in and do logistics in.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Let's see. Oh, we were just talking about this mortar and mortar ammo. RPG and RPG ammo require level 2 in weapons factories. So I think we're
Yes.
gonna see a lot more level 2 in different places when they start adding stuff.
Well,
really
now
need
there's
that.
also this question of what do you upgrade? Like, what's the natural upgrade path? Because people naturally want to upgrade to get the half tracks, but the half tracks aren't necessarily as good as mortars and RPGs.
Yeah, it's a
At the
trade
same
off.
time, now you don't have half track counters unless you upgrade to Tech 1.
Right?
A little
Oh,
bit more strategy when it comes to the tech parts.
exactly. You got to be more stingy with them. Just can't throw them everywhere.
Tech
Yeah.
parts.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So we got some rifle, SMG, HMG, and pistol and revolver balances, I guess. So the base damage for the rifle has been increased by 25%. Equip time has been reduced. The SMG has a maximum effective range reduced by 27%. I think a lot of people are happy about
They
that.
really needed that.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
equip time has also been reduced. The HMG, the base damage has been increased by 20%. The maximum effective range has been reduced by 20%. And the view distance, I kind of don't like that one myself, has been reduced by 10%. So a
The
little bit more,
HMG?
yeah, the HMG. It's a little
Yeah.
bit more powerful. It doesn't shoot as far, and you can't see as far. So I don't know, kind of iffy on that. The pistol, just the
I'm fine with that.
yeah,
The HMG was a bit ridiculous at times. Like, you had a lot of things going for you if you had just one person with an HMG rolling near the back of your
Yeah.
squad.
Like,
oh yeah,
you could instantly stop
Although
a
with the
push.
changes to fall off damage rather than just bullets magically disappear after a certain distance,
yeah.
you do still threaten people.
Plus, they did increase the damage by 20% too, so it's a little more lethal. Let's see. The pistol, the range has been reduced by 12%. The revolver, the base damage has been increased by 20%, and the effective range has been reduced by 18%. So pretty much, pistols have been nerfed. HMG has been kind of balanced out. The SMG's been nerfed a little bit as far as the range goes.
SMG needed a little bit of a nerf.
Yeah, and they showed
Like,
the
if
rifle some love.
If you went prone, then you basically had a laser beam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, speaking of that, going prone, I'm seeing a lot more people just like hit the dirt as soon as they get in combat because of the carbine. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
People are scared of that thing. It sounds crazy too. I like how
No,
they
no, the
change the
reason why they're
sounds.
actually doing it is because if you hit the dirt with the carbine, you're actually as accurate as the rifle, but have
Oh
a much
yeah.
higher rate of fire. So you just hit the dirt and you start pounding out shots downrange.
I never
Yep.
thought of that. I got to do that more.
Yup. Grab
Oh,
carbine, hit the dirt.
other changes. Let's see. We'll just run through this real quick. Call outs. We finally got our call outs that they've been promising us for a while. They can
I
be
haven't
used
used
on
a
the
single
HUD
one.
or the map screen. I kind of use them, but nobody really seems to look at them.
Yeah.
I feel like the text needs to appear above the call out.
Or just in general, maybe like where it says like there's a new map marker kind of thing. Maybe you should say there's
Say
like a
who
new
put it
call out
down.
or something. Yeah, something like that.
I mean, if I actually like led people, I'd probably use it.
Yeah,
But since I just do Logi all the time, there's like no need.
unless there's like a get your stuff over here call out.
Yeah,
Stuff's here,
exactly.
guys. Oh, the town halls, they look different now if you haven't noticed that. They don't look
Yes.
like capitol buildings. I guess they're gonna switch out the old town hall for the new capitol buildings. That's gonna be the placeholder.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm alright with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a pretty massive building.
it kind
I
of
wish
looked
that.
a little bit like too good for what we had anyways, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's kind of out of place.
Although at the same time, that does mean that the new Capitol building is going to be visible to artillery during night.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. For
Night
sure.
raids, man. Night raids.
Let's see. The help screen has been refreshed, so it's been updated. Nobody really uses that though. I don't think most people even know how to get to it. Um, and I can't say that. Aim animations improved for small arms, so now you can like it looks like you're aiming where you're pointing now. I guess.
Yes, that's actually a very good thing. I like that.
Yeah. There's some bug fixes. Let's just run through these real quick. Transport trucks no longer turn slowly when FPS is low. There's probably a lot of people that are happy about that. Expired soldier supply orders no longer yield crates. Oh, hallelujah.
Oh, so it was
Oh,
expired.
fuck, was that what it did it?
Yeah, that's what.
That's why it never happened to me because I never waited that long.
Huh. Soldier supply production time no longer produces at twice the intended speed. So yeah, they fixed that. That went along with increasing the time. Visibility is no longer blocked when firing out of the second floor of the garrison while crouched. Several garrison houses no longer have their entrances blocked. I guess they were pointing the wrong way. Um, oh,
Yeah.
exit will no longer be blocked when exiting a howitzer. So you know how you were getting stuck in howitzers? You had it turned.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gone away. Player no longer twitches when rotating while aiming in the east direction. I kind of never got that bug. To be honest with you.
I am very glad about that howitzer change because that means that now it's actually viable again to build walls direct around a howitzer or
Yeah.
sandbags direct around it. Howitzers with sandbags are actually really good because if there's an enemy howitzer trying to range you out, sandbags will actually protect against it.
Yep. Yeah. That's like so good now. All right, so that's it for the release notes. Let's go ahead and go back, and then they also had a new dev stream that came out, and there is a lot of stuff for us to talk about. So you want to just go ahead and dive in, stranger? Just start
Yes.
cutting that steak up, man. So what do you
Cutting
want to
steak?
talk about?
Ah, right. So, with the sad death of Weekly Wars, we do actually have something to celebrate. World Wars.
That's
This is
right.
both an opportunity for logistics to shine as well as an opportunity for large-scale clans to shine.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I know that over in the NWTO, we've been talking about the idea of sort of shift changing. That's because we have people in widely different time zones.
Yeah.
So we're able to do this crazy thing wherein Team 1 falls asleep, Team 2 wakes up, Team 2 fucks shit up, Team 1 wakes up, Team 2 falls asleep.
Yeah, kind of just do this war in shifts kind of thing. So there's
Yeah.
always a constant push, I guess. Constant.
Well, I mean,
war
even if
going
there's not
on.
a constant push, you need somebody constantly defending.
Yeah, there's always got to be someone keeping the lights on. Cause yeah, I noticed that like now the situation is people will play, they'll get tired, they'll go to sleep, and all the ground that they've got is lost because
Well, then they
nobody's
kind of
staying
stop
awake.
caring too.
Yeah,
Once they go to sleep for that first day, it's like the next day it doesn't even matter what happened on the map.
yeah, exactly. And then I guess the world wars are going to be coming up here pretty soon. You want to talk about that, Viper, as far as logistics goes?
World War. Well, it's gonna be a lot harder, a lot more spread out.
Gonna have to have
Need
a
more
lot.
people to actually do logistics, especially with the factories that are now gonna require gas.
Yeah, let's talk about that. They're talking
From
about
what I
changing
understand, it's not a massive amount of gas. It's more like something that you can passively do, which is good anyways, because I've noticed a lot of logistics drivers sometimes just run out of fuel in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I noticed that too. They'll just leave their stuff there, Just be like, oh well. Plus, are we gonna be refining the gas? Is that how it's gonna work?
I don't believe we refine it now. I believe that what happens now is there are several gas nodes around the map, much in the way that there's some component nodes and scrap nodes.
Oh, okay, so they're gonna change it up like that. Okay.
Yes, we may need to fight over gas. I'll fight you for this, man.
I'll fight you for gas, man. Don't try and take my gas. I'm American. We like to drive.
I'll fight you harder than the US fights for oil in the Middle East.
Right. Okay, let's not go there. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Uh,
Touch the
anyways.
subject.
Let's see.
Other than that, though, from what I understand, one important thing to talk about is how World Conquest works. So these are separate servers,
yeah.
and the way it works is that you can hop on, to my knowledge, hop on a server. In the beginning, Colonials can hop onto the Deadlands, Umbral Wildwoods, and Upper Heartland servers.
Okay, so like
over on
everybody
Warden's side,
starts in
we get
their own corners then, kind of?
yes. We get the Endless Shore server. We get part of Upper Heartlands, or not Upper Heartlands, Umbral
Callahan?
Wildwoods, I mean. And we get part of Deadlands.
Oh, what about
So-
Callahan's?
I don't think
Callahan's
Callahan's
gate,
gonna be
or
there yet.
Callahan's passage is not included in the weekly war, sadly. Ass's homeland is not there.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, on the other hand, though, what this does mean is that, so we do, I believe, get the Foundation because of this, the 3
Nice.
Armory town. And also, the other way that this works is this: you cannot spawn in on these servers if you are on the other side until your team has at least one town hall built in.
So they gotta actually fight for one of our or their towns in the other
Yes.
map. So they gotta actually travel there the hard way, and then they'll be able to spawn in. That
How does the traveling
Yes.
work?
as far as I
So
know,
they
it's
travel
gonna
there
be
by
just a
foot,
road.
and I believe that the way it works is they're basically like let's call them bus stop for simplicity's sake. So there are these bus stops on the edges of the maps, on the roads that lead you to another map.
Okay.
Now, these are very important to fortify now
Yeah.
because they're on the edge of the map, which means that they have at least one side that you will be able to 100% hold. Now that means that you need to fortify this to stop the enemy from breaking in.
So
They
that's
gotta have
cool.
some type of zone where you can't build.
Yeah, they gotta have, because I mean that's just asking.
It'll be
to be
abused
trolled.
way too much.
Oh yeah.
They'll put barbed wire right at the entrance.
Yeah, barbed wire and pillboxes and
You
turrets.
could put a wall there. Just put a ton of
Yeah.
defenses.
T3 walls,
Yeah.
build Trump's wall.
You won't even see it coming. So they gotta have a certain distance.
T3 walls are going to be very important in this mode, just because, from what I understand, tech is going to be structures are going to have a much higher tech requirement in the World War.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so those tech parts that people have been throwing away are going to be a lot more important.
Oh yeah, because now, so one subject to talk about is that they talked about the idea of destructible world structures.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So the way that this will work, to my knowledge, is say you're an asshole, and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna blow up the enemy's vehicle factory. You run up, you satchel it, and you destroy it.
Ooh.
When it's
So,
rebuilt,
No more
it is
vehicle
level 1.
factory.
level
Oh,
one.
that's dirty.
Same with
So,
the armors.
I guess it
Yep.
would be for everything then. Everything that's upgraded.
I kinda
Also,
like that.
they're gonna get rid of the little shacks for like the workshops. And
Fucking
Yes.
lemonade
We're
stand.
gonna get
yeah, the
real
lemonade
models.
stand. I think that's what they
Okay.
called it in the dev.
The
stream,
lemonade
was a
stand and the horse
stand.
stable.
Yeah, I always thought those are kind of like half-assed, but I mean, I understand. There's only like 7 dudes there. I mean, come on.
I
Really
know,
making
dude.
the
They're
game,
they're doing such good work for
right?
only
They're
being
doing
7
so
dudes.
much work for only like 7 dudes. I don't even know when they find time to sleep, to be honest with you.
Yeah. They probably don't sleep. They probably feed upon the souls of griefers.
Right? They just eat griefer souls and energy drinks. That's what keeps them going.
By HB's glorious grace, we are able to play Foxhole.
Huh. What was another thing
Praise be Markfoot.
that I want? Praise
Be
be.
Markfoot.
Don't give Mark a big head now. Let's see. Oh, there's a few a new clans that are joining the fight. Let's go ahead and talk about them because there's some familiar faces. The Medcom guys. You guys know the Medcom guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Medics.
from what I understand, they're trying to be neutral.
I
And just
really
heal
don't
people?
understand
I
how.
don't like it. I
How do
don't
you
like
do
it at
that?
all.
How are you gonna be neutral when you're a red dude?
In
I
a
mean,
in a game like Arma, that works, but this isn't Arma. This isn't
Right.
roleplay. This is about
Yeah.
war.
like
They
don't
want
get
to be
mad at me because I
pacifist, only
shot you.
medic.
I mean, you're red, dude, and I shot you. That's what you're supposed to do. You're
Yeah.
supposed to shoot the red guy.
I mean, people have talked about with the addition of uniforms, possibly a medic uniform might be a little easier to do, but at the same time, like if you're running around picking up enemies, that's one more person that can shoot me.
Right? Like you're running on both sides trying to pick up people. Of course, I'm gonna stop you from helping the enemy. I mean,
Just doesn't make sense.
yeah. I mean, kudos to you guys, Medcom. Don't get us wrong. We love the fact that you want to
I
help people,
love
but
there's
Do we?
somebody who's willingly just meting people up.
yeah, but you're meting up our enemy at the same time too. So I don't know.
I don't
if
think that they're actually doing that right now. I don't really know about that situation.
No,
I haven't really looked into it at all.
I did run into a situation where the guy was like getting mad because I was shooting people that he was picking up, and then I shot him too. But I mean, come on, man, I can't.
Unless
can't
you're
let
running
you
up
do
there
that,
to fist him, I'm
right?
gonna probably shoot him and probably you in the process.
Yeah. Oh, we have the 101 First Guards Rifle Division. I've ran into them a couple of times.
I have no idea who they are, but I like the
think
idea of a
they're
guards rifle
colonials.
division.
Yeah, it's a cool name, so I gotta give them the name.
Yeah,
drop.
guards rifle division. I believe
Yeah.
that's Russian.
I think they are some
Maybe not.
Russian players. I'm not sure
I don't fucking know.
exactly. But right here, you guys can see these are the newest members that we have. Let's see, and we pretty much went through the whole thing here, as far as the what do you call it? Having a senior, too old Too old, and I
Too
ran out
old.
of coffee. We ran out of community highlight stuff. I kind of just was scrolling through while you guys were talking, showing some stuff. There's a lot of really
Yeah.
cool art and stuff. Uh,
I know.
they kind of went
So they
through it a
actually
lot
had your video,
faster.
your past video there, and we got to see ass in the background.
Yeah, yeah, I put
Stand
that
by.
up there. Actually, twice, I think. Uh, yeah, they got the very first view from the Foxhole, I think that is.
Yeah, the week
And
before last.
yeah, and the second one as well, I think. So they got to see ass twice. Yeah, there is the logistics one, and then there was the how to Foxhole one, which just a little self promotion. If you don't know, the new how to Foxhole came out. It's logistics. It's just a more boiled down version of what we talked about in the second episode. So if you guys haven't seen that, go watch that. Let's see here. I guess, do you want to go ahead and pull out the tactical map and start drawing around, stranger? Want to draw some pictures of the map?
Yeah.
All right.
So something to note is that for wardens especially, we have a few. Oh, not there. We have a few very important towns that you'll need to keep track of. So when World Conquest comes out, this area right here, Woodbind, and then this area right here are going to be very important for supplying the in not or the what was it?
The colonials.
I'm getting old too. No, not the colonials. They'll actually be very important for supplying the Umbral Wildwoods map. So I
Oh
believe that
yeah.
this will come out right next to that area. Essentially, this will allow us to get soldier supplies in without having to worry about the stupid fucking tree line.
Yeah, for sure. So they're gonna be. Let's see here. Let me try and draw this thing. Can I draw on? Can I draw on it without breaking it? So basically, this road here. That was a horrible arrow. This road here and this road and these two roads here are gonna be like super important. These three roads is pretty much what you're
Yes.
saying.
I believe this road too, although I'm not certain where it leads.
I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll need to find out once World Conquest comes out. I know that this does lead over to Deadlands.
Okay, so that's gonna be another important road up here as well.
Yes.
And then
Oh wait,
also,
this will lead over to Deadlands. This will lead to the Brine Glen region. Brine Glen
okay,
is ours.
yeah, Brian Glenn.
The spine is actually theirs, oddly enough.
Well, I don't know. I guess that kind of makes sense. That
Just
it would be
because
theirs.
of how the map divides. It's weird, but I like the fact that we get Brine Glen more. That's control of a bridge. The spine, although it contests the bridge, doesn't really control it. Other than that, so that means that we do actually have a supply route to Brine Glen as well. We'll probably need to be constantly making soldier supplies and all of the regions available.
So then, what about? Yeah, I was just gonna say, what about
There,
good
there,
old
and
Saltbrook?
there.
So I guess this area here is gonna be very important for us.
That's stupid powerful.
Yeah.
We probably want to put tier 3 walls all the way around it.
Around
yeah.
what?
We're drawing around Saltbrook,
Yeah, definitely.
and definitely lock that down. Plus all the bridges too. Like the bridges, this map are gonna be super
Yes.
important because there's only gonna be really two towns that they can immediately get to.
So the
And
immediate areas that they attack from are from Brine Glen region, which I believe we can control and contest relatively easily. They can attack from Umbral Wildwoods. They would have to attack through the Foundation though, which that's going to be a fortress.
Yeah.
I'm
Let me see if I can pull up the Umbral Wildwoods map for us real quick.
and then they can attack into Woodbind. Woodbind is actually a really good place for us. Just
Cut out there.
it's going to be a really good area for us because we can counterattack from Kelpie's Main very efficiently.
So these towns here, man, we gotta lock these down. Guys are wardens. These are super important towns here.
Lag, you're drawing really heavily on the map, man. It looks a bit trashy.
know, I know.
Stop, please. No.
Is your
No,
OCD
no,
getting
no, no,
driving you
no, no,
crazy?
no, 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 no.
I was making a smiley
Like-
face.
They're not even fucking circles. They're fucking squiggles. God damn it, lag. This is why people don't take us seriously. Has
Let's
nothing to do
troll
with our name.
stranger.
Right. Important things to note. So if the colonials do attack, we have 3 armory towns within striking distance of Woodbind. We have 2 or they would have to attack an armory town. And we'd also have Saltbrook within range. So we have a very wonderful counterattack path in Endless Shore. The area that I'm far more worried about is if they decide to attack from the upper Deadlands area, which means that Callahan's Gate's going to be stupid important to hold.
Yeah. Which I don't know. How do these maps line up anyway? I wish there was a way we can. Let me see if I can find an actual map that's.
And they're all north, south, east,
So
west.
this area right here is where Deadlands is. Below it is not Upper Heartlands, Umbral Wildwoods. And then over to here is Upper Heartlands. So from Deadlands, roughly around here is where Callahan's Gate is.
North, right?
Over here is Brine Glen. This is the Foundry, I believe. And then somewhere in this region is Stray.
Okay.
Is really good for us because we have a water path or a bridge as well as a river to hold.
Okay.
Some of it's low water, but that's still pretty easy to hold because you can even mortar people who are moving through the water.
So then, which maps do the colonials get? Because it's going to be kind of half and half, right?
So they split the maps in half with us. So, for instance, they have like Dredgefield. Dredgefield.
Right.
They have Dredgefield. They have Thunderfoot. They have the Ranch. They have all of Upper Heartlands. They have the other side of Deadlands, which includes the Spine, sadly, all the way over there.
Oh, okay. So
Iron's End is actually going to be a very important defensive position.
So these maps here are going to be pretty important as far as like the ones that are split in half. That's probably
Yes.
where a lot of the fighting is going to be happening.
Where's this map?
That's
at?
where all of the fighting happened.
Why can't I see it?
Let me link it to you real quick.
Is it a DM?
Yeah, I'll send you a DM.
Send nudes.
Keeping it 100.
All right, there you go. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Oops, sorry, smack my mic. So, yeah, so pretty much what was this one here? The very bottom one. This one's going to be the
Umbral Wildwoods.
Wildwoods. This one here, right?
Yeah.
So they're
No,
gonna-
that's Upper Heartlands.
Oh,
They
yeah, that's right.
own Upper Heartlands.
Oh, okay. So basically, their only choices are to go between these two areas here and these two areas here. Because I mean, you're really not going to want to start
Yes.
moving your logistics in a contested area. You know?
So I believe that salt farms is going to be a very important first area for us to rush, as well as the spine.
Yeah, most definitely the spine. We got to break the spine if we want to be able to really get any kind of significant push going, I think, in my opinion.
No, we can easily get a significant push going without it. It's just that that's a really great counterattack angle for them to come from.
Yeah, we don't want to give them a way to get to us. Saying.
Yeah. Now, on the other hand, over down here, we actually have a really powerful defensive position. So because of the way the map's divided, we get the foundry. And we also have enduring post, like, right next. So we can easily reinforce the foundry. My only issue I'm seeing is that the foundry is in a wide open area.
Yeah, so there's like no battle lines drawn. We're gonna have to actually make our own kind of battle lines, like to set it.
The
up and
Adzi
show it.
Crossroads is going to be a hellhole.
Yeah, I don't know, and I like the Wildwoods for me. I don't know. Personally, is just not my favorite map. I just don't
I
like
feel
the
like
trees.
with this change, it's going to be a much more fair and balanced map. Before, the Colonials basically had all of the their territory was basically all of the like woodless side.
Yeah,
They
got
could
like all
naturally
the
expand for it,
farmlands.
as we had to slowly push through the woods, and they could easily set up ambush.
Yeah,
This is gonna make
Now, because of
building
this,
a whole lot more important.
yeah, building is
yes,
gonna be so much more important. I think logistics and engineers are gonna start getting.
There
a
is
lot
no
more
way you can
recommendations.
continue pushing without building defense.
Yeah,
hey, for any of you big clans out there, remember to get people constantly building.
right. You guys need to start mining that scrap. It's not. It's not a lowly
Oh, no,
job
no, no,
anymore.
no,
It's
no.
gonna be super important.
God, Foxhole Games must really hate logistics, guys.
Right? Like,
At least before, we were able to toss commends like they were candy.
right?
And now we can't. Because the crafting, you don't get any.
Yeah, I kind of see why they did that, but I don't know. I don't like it.
I do.
Logistics player.
Because I think you earn your commends. Before it was way too easy.
Yeah, there's a lot of like commend trading and stuff going on too, so which I did not like. I don't like commend trading. I think I'm with you, Viper. You gotta earn your commends, really.
So I'm actually going.
I'm okay
I'm
with
actually going to
commend
put something out
training.
there. So, commend trading isn't as terrible as I originally thought it was. Now, think of it this way. In order to get a commend, you need to mine Viper. How much scrap was it?
1800.
1,800 scrap.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Anybody who mines 1,800 scrap deserves a commend.
I guess so.
If
That's
they have to trade for it, then
put it
all
that
right.
way.
Fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Or it's 300 components.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
like
did that right
2
now.
tracks. So
That is 10 tanks.
yeah. So
And tanks.
I guess you
What?
guys switch me over to the other side. Yeah, you got to get like
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So, while commend trading is shitty because that means that you're not really spreading them around as much, it is notable. So, if I go into a server and say, like, hey guys, I have 100 commends to trade, people should be like, the fuck did you get 100 commend?
Yeah, exactly.
I can mind a lot.
I guess if you guys put it that way, I guess it's pretty good. Yes. You guys switch me over. I agree.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, who's gonna have 100 commends anyways?
And I
Funny.
guess last time we had an episode, we were talking a little bit about the reprimands and commends. I put a little snippet in there, but we never really got like into detail about it. I guess So like, how does it work exactly? Can you guys run it down for me? How do you get your commands
I'm
and stuff like that in your levels?
Well, I'm
uh
Logi
so
24/7.
levels are more to do with time played in Foxhole than anything else. It is enhanced by doing things.
Yeah.
But
I think
simply
rank.
playing Foxhole,
Yeah, I think
you get
rank is for like leading.
Okay, so if you're like putting up a lot of like spawn supplies and stuff
Well, yeah,
and mining the
people
scrap
who
and
make a
stuff.
big difference, who get people organized. Because anybody can mine 1800 scrap.
Yeah.
It's where does it need to go? Who should it go to? Things like that.
I see. So that's where your commendations come in. So someone will be like, "Hey, Viper, you just dropped off a whole bunch of supplies. Here's a command
Yeah.
for you." So that's kind
Yeah.
of like where your rank comes from.
Yeah.
Okay. And your level is just actually like game time, like stuff that
Actually,
you've done
game time. Yeah.
in the game.
That's
Okay.
why, and we're going to touch on a very different subject here. I always say, if you see a high level player
Uh-huh.
with no rank, watch out for them.
They're probably a
They're
troll.
Yeah. Because, like, think of it this way: if you're level 6 and you're a PTE,
Uh-huh.
that means you've been playing the game for how long exactly?
At least a week or two, a little while.
How are you still a PTE?
Yeah, I guess that's true. You must be a dirtbag then.
Either you
Yeah.
don't communicate or something.
Yeah, there must be a problem with how you're playing, or maybe it's just they're not sure how to play, and they haven't got hooked into like a clan or anything like that. And maybe they're
But
they're
it's
trying
it's
to be a
so
lone
easy to
wolf.
get involved. Like within the first 4 or 5 days, I was already on Discord. Well, I mean, first 2 or 3 days I was on Discord, but then I found regular players.
Yeah, same
They
here.
started recognizing me and everything.
It took me a little bit of time to like get my feet wet, but once I understood what was going on, and I guess
Viper,
communication.
were you a WO2 when I met you, Viper?
Uh, Probably that or a WO1.
Yeah,
I don't know.
when I first like joined AS, I was only like maybe a sergeant, and I was about to get into an officer. So yeah, I guess communication and just like you guys said, just being a leader and where to be and what to have and what to do really helps. So out there
Also,
in internet land, if you're listening and you're like, how come I'm not getting any rank? Do what Stranger and Viper says and be helpful. You know.
also hop on Discord.
Oh, and
Yes,
If
hop
you're
Discord.
on Discord and are willing to communicate,
Even if you don't have a
we
mic.
will shower you with
Yeah,
commands.
exactly. A lot of
You
people
don't
are
even
giving
need a mic
commands.
though. That's the thing.
Yeah, just be able to hear and communicate. Give a thumbs up
Yeah.
or X or something.
Talking
team
game.
chat.
Like there's so many times
Yes,
where I
ma'am.
try to talk to no ranks or privates and they just don't respond. They just walk away.
Yeah,
And they wonder why there are no ranks in privates.
Exactly.
Now, another thing is, guys, is rank does not have a gameplay effect,
No.
but it does matter. If I'm a fucking second lieutenant, guess what? I either sucked a lot of dick to get here, or I actually know what I'm doing.
well, I guess
Listen
the
to me.
benefit of being like a higher rank is you're able to make coalitions. I guess that's
Yeah, but that's
it's
only
pretty
at
easy
WO2.
to get to WO2.
Yeah.
Within like a week you can get that.
Yeah,
The grind
everybody
to
should be able to do
WO2
that.
isn't actually all that hard.
I'm still an officer cadet. It's driving me crazy. I need to play more, actually. Now that you guys mention it.
You're the only one of us who's not a lieutenant. At least a lieutenant.
Right. Well, Games isn't a lieutenant either, but that's because he's always
Yeah,
getting in
that's
trouble.
James.
And see,
Yeah.
that's another thing is don't get in trouble because people will reprimand you, and
Yeah.
they'll keep you down at a low rank,
If you have a bad reputation, nobody's gonna commend you.
right? No
Like,
matter
I've
what
pro-
you do.
I've developed a pretty good reputation. Everybody knows I do logi and everything. They know I don't dick around.
Yep. So that kind of stuff is important there out there in internet land.
Ever stolen a truck without asking?
Yeah, truck stealing will get you in trouble big time.
I'll shoot you on
And team
site.
killing, truck stealing and team killing are probably one of the two biggest things that's just gonna just ruin your reputation.
Yeah, I've never TK'd
I
on
have
purpose.
I have so many. I could think of like four trolls names off the top of my head right now. Just
Actually, on that
by
subject,
thinking
trolls
about
are
it.
starting to get so much smarter. They're not just team killing anymore.
Yeah,
They're
because
like
they
building things
realize.
to fuck with you.
Yeah, yeah. Which it's all I it's a love-hate relationship with this game because it's like you're trying to do stuff with your team and you're fighting your own team because you have trolls. I understand that's going to happen, but I wish the devs would give us more
Tools
tools
to
to
deal
be
with
able
it.
to deal with them. Yeah, exactly. Cuz like now they can't just walk off with all of your grenades, but like now they can pull up a truck and take off with all your grenades, drive
Or
into a
they could
pillbox or
like pull a
something.
pair of satchel charges out of the fob and then
Yeah,
just
they can
blow it up.
just start satchel
And then
charging
that's several
things.
hours of work gone
Yeah,
within minutes.
Griefers, they've been taking mortars and like hiding and shelling around the town.
yeah, I've been noticing that too. Or they'll get green gas and
Yeah.
just start gassing the town halls and stuff all over the place. Which I guess they can't do that anymore because now it counts as a team kill.
Yeah, it used to not
Yeah.
count.
So it's good to see that the devs are working on it, but there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be done. Plus, I think really, I mean, it doesn't really matter what the devs do because trolls are always going to be trolls. You're going to have trolls no matter what, where you go or what you do, and they're just going to find new ways to troll. So I think as long as we have some good tools to be able to identify them and get them out, I would really like that. Like in the very first episode, we were talking about having like a tag or something that's stuck on them, and
Yes.
they have to earn their way back into like the positive to get rid of that tag. Like I would just like to see just like a straight up just like troll tag. That's
I
just
mean, a lot of
stuck.
people just don't give a shit though.
Yeah,
Like
I
they'll
mean,
make more accounts.
yeah, and that's fine. It just forces them to waste more time, and make
Yeah.
new accounts. And I don't know. I think Eve Online. I always talk about Eve Online, but like when you're like banned or you're like I guess reprimanded, like it doesn't matter like how many accounts you have. It's like your IP. They track your IP, so anything coming
Oh
from that
no, they
IP
they do
is
IP
banned.
ban.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, Mark
The
IP.
problem is that they had fake IP addresses. These
Well,
people were really dedicated to trolling,
right? I mean, why would you go if they put just a little bit of effort into actually playing the game
but they
instead
don't
of
have
trolling? I mean,
fun
just
playing the game. They have
yeah,
fun trolling.
Yeah, they're
that's
just
true.
nihilists who like to destroy shit.
Right.
Just waste everybody's time and think it's fun.
It's just like Batman. Sometimes they just want to watch the world burn.
Exactly. Which sucks because everybody else puts a ton of time in the game.
Right. Well, I think as long as the devs give us a few more tools and enable us to
I
get
mean,
rid of the
for
trolls.
serious, one of the simplest way to do it: count foxholes and pillboxes as teammate.
Oh,
So that way it gets noted in chat when somebody destroys an allied team
that is a
or
good
allied pillbox.
idea, dude. You need to like tell them that, leave a suggestion or something, because I think
Yes.
that would actually just all structures, all team structures, except for maybe
Yeah.
trucks and like half tracks and things like that. Because
No, trucks too.
stuff from the
I mean, I've
enemies.
killed trucks because they're just abandoned with like zero fuel.
Yeah, sometimes trucks just get in the way, so I would give the trucks a
Yeah,
pass.
but
Cause
no,
if
no,
people are-
you don't. Because if it's one truck, that's one thing. But if you see somebody destroy like 5 trucks in 5 minutes, you can be pretty sure they're trolling.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
And you can immediately just say in chat, hey, why'd you kill the truck?
Yeah,
If they don't
exactly.
respond or anything, then they're obviously trolling.
Yeah.
Griefing is weaponized.
So let's see. What's another thing we can talk about? I think we spent enough time on trolls.
I feel like we've gotten through just about everything recent.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty up to
Pretty sure,
speed.
yeah.
There's nothing that we missed. Yeah, I think we can call this a wrap. I think this is a good end for the show. Well, guys, appreciate you guys watching. If you like this episode of View from the Foxhole, go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And this is Lag, Stranger, and Viper saying thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye, friends!
Bye-bye.
Later, guys.